Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video let's take a look at Nvidia stock and its price target for this week. That will go over with the technical analysis and important levels to watch. What is the structure telling us? Because this week is going to be an awesome week for a lot of reasons. We have tariffs, exemptions for technology coming through. Well. I get it. It's a lot of chaos. It's so much back and forth because today we do have another update on that Howard Lutnick came out and he says that, well, yes, they're exempt from the reciprocal tariffs, but they will carve out a separate section of tariffs for these things. But hey, this is still quite a relief for stocks like Apple, which I talk with the members. You can check out those details in the description of this video if that interests you. And a lot more other stocks there actually. Now, I mean with the members. Now, here's the thing though. With Nvidia, it's among those beneficiaries, right? Because they have a lot of productions from, not just China, but across, other countries as well. However, we do have relief for next 30 days, at least what they say, and they'll carve out a separate something. We'll see. I think it's just buying more time to do the deals, and yeah, I see it that they are not able to harm the Wall Street. That's the bottom line. Okay, so they still have these mixed messages in the media, so that because it just sounded very much like, oh, they gave in, right? They gave in, the administration gave in the pressure. But they still don't want to sound weak, but they see that Wall Street is not liking it. And especially because it trickles down, right? If Wall Street is hurt, especially these big companies are hurt, then the layoffs would start happening, and they're happening, right? And it's already a tight job market. So it's a ripple effect, right? So anyways, let's talk about the Nvidia, the levels to watch. I'll provide a potential price target as how far I do see Nvidia go through. But just before that, let's go over really quick this article. It summarizes really well over here. It says Trump spares smartphones, computers, other electronics from China tariffs. Key points: semiconductors, most importantly. So Nvidia is one of the beneficiary. Flat panel displays excluded from reciprocal tariffs. Tech company CEOs, well, blah, blah, blah. Smartphones, laptops were largest US imports from China in 2024. All right. So Apple and Nvidia definitely among the beneficiaries, among many other stocks, but these are the two biggest beneficiaries out of this whole change, and even other semiconductors anyways. But I'll talk more details in depth with other tech stocks with the members later today. Again, check out the details in the description of this video if that interests you. Let's get back to Nvidia. Let's talk about the technicals. What are the things telling us? Now, I'm on the daily interval and I have so many of my tools turned on. One another tool I want to show you is this one, and we are in the bullish structure already on Nvidia on the daily interval. If you need access to these tools as well, all the tools, check out the details in the description of this video, as I said. And on the hourly interval as well on Nvidia, we have been lately also in the bullish structure. My tools, as I say, helps you in identifying where the structure is bullish, what direction you have to trade, where to have a stop loss, bearish, bullish, everything across any interval, right? Look at it so nicely, right? We were in this bearish play, made so much money. Then we started the bullish play, right? And then there was the weakness play again, and now we are above the cloud as well, and we have had that bullish play, then some cool off time, and now back in the bullish play. My tools helps you in identifying everything, how to trade, what to do, where should you enter the position, where to have a stop loss, everything. All right, anyways, so let's start back again from the weekly interval. All right, now here we are, and as I said, for the tools, check out the details in the description of this video. All right, even if you will email me, I'll just tell you details are in the description of my video here. Okay, and then you will follow the instructions from there. Okay, so here we are, and I have been saying that this very area, this zone of demand zone, Nvidia, if it can close a week back above this thing, we are just fine. And also we had a lot of shift in the tone from the administration, and that also brought back the market. But this was the zone, right? Stock markets are very efficient. They will slow down, or as if they will catch up to those demand zones, and then when any catalyst comes, they really take that advantage of that. And this is where we are. We are technically on the weekly interval. The structure may still look a little bit weak, but we are on the daily interval and hourly interval. As I just showed you, we are gaining strength back again. So we are just fine on Nvidia. And I have been saying from last many videos that even from here, I'm back on the daily interval. Even from here, I mentioned that, guys, we are just fine on Nvidia. Don't you worry, my friends. We will be just fine. Anything above $90, you should look at bullish play. Right from this candle onwards, I said that. And we are already in the money. You are already making a lot of money. We are already in the play. And then thereafter, I have been even saying that 101 and $100 is also now fine. Once we broke out above it, it's just a pullback zone, and look at it. Bullish plays, right? Bullish plays. No problems, my friend, no problem. Now, as I just showed you on the hourly interval and daily interval, or using my tools as well, we are still just bullish. We are just fine. Now, what levels to watch precisely, and what are the targets we can potentially get out of Nvidia this week? Now, this news, we may see a gap up tomorrow in the market. The point being, you should look for all the pullbacks to buy as long as structure holds. From where we are, if we gap up, let's say we gap up above 115, we will see. Futures will open later, but a pre-market will tell you if we gap up, right? And that will be above 115. If we gap up above that, any pullback, 113 until there, or any even further pullback, even if pullback happens, there's no guarantee pullback is going to happen, but your bias should be bullish. You just have to play bullish. All right, I'll get to the price target. How far can we go this week? I will, at this point, very simply put it, if I'm going to be bearish on Nvidia for any reason at this point, the weakness will be below this zone of 104 and 105. Otherwise, no. I'm just going to stay overall in the bullish camp on Nvidia. Only below 105 to 104. If we lose that anyhow, then only I'll consider the structure is breaking. Otherwise, no. Everything, even if we gap up and we start to do a little bit of a sell-off when market opens, that's just a pullback for me. Structure will be just fine. You will definitely have to manage your risk, how much drawdown you can handle. But my sentiment is not going to turn bearish as long as we're above 104 and 105. Let me mark this here as well on the chart. All right, and as I said, as we gap up, which most likely we will, anything above that is just a bullish play. Now, 115 is the next area, 115 and 50 cents. I want to provide the important targets and the important areas. After 115, the next area is 123. All right, that's the next possibility. And after 123, we're gonna open up the doors to 133 area. Okay, so 133 most likely I'll say is the well 133, not this week, but we will open up the doors to 128 is what I want to point out, because 200 days moving average is there. Again, we'll see how much the gap up is. All right, but my point being, we're gonna stay bullish as long as we're above 105 and 104 area. Let me get rid of some few things that we don't need. And as we break out above 115, 127 is within reach. Okay, and after 127 is definitely, I want to see that 132, but 127 is within reach after 115 this very week, and that's what the target I want to leave you with. Okay, so right around the corner here, 127. Yeah, so 120, yeah, 127 almost. So that's the near-term price target. I will update some of the boxes up there, because price action has evolved over time, and I'm taking recent price action into consideration, and this becomes the area of potential importance now moving forward, and this remains the target for this week, actually 127. Well, it's going to be a really awesome week, guys. I want to keep it very simple, and for the day trading, swing trading, whatnot, I'm telling you, you will with my tools, it's just going to get much easier for you to identify where to enter the position. Decision is yours. You can check out the details, as I said, in the description of this video. Now, yes, at this point, as I said, 128 or 127 is the target for this week, and we'll see how much gap up we see. But anyhow, anything above 104 and 105, my sentiment is still bullish on Nvidia going forward. Loving the price action, loving the news. We just want to see a follow through tomorrow. I hope no other news. Well, right now it's mostly dependent, guys, many things on the news, but also price action has been supporting. Even when news were bad here, I have been saying still from very then onwards as well that we are just bullish on Nvidia. We're gonna go up for many reasons, and we have been going up. So we are already in the play. We are already making the money, and things are going just fine. That's all I had for you guys in this video, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.